Yo, today I'm gonna be reacting to the best spacer in China, facing Chovy. I don't win mind games against him. Okay. His reaction speed is too fast. So that's Chovy, by the way, on top lane. As soon as he can react and hit me. Okay. These people have such fast reaction speed. That's like a trick that you should utilize against Fiora. So on low ping, by the way, as far as I tested, when I had like very low ping compared to high ping, must assume pros also have like insanely good routers. If you have very low ping, it's way more easy to guarantee volley Q whatever a Fiora Q, like instantly. But if you have like higher ping than 50, it's a bit harder in my experience. Rawr. It's like the Rod of Ages version of VOLIBEAR. A Rod plus Navari. It can be pretty good as long as you don't get like perma CCs and you die. It can work, it just like it depends, like obviously like how well can you utilize the Navari and how likely you're gonna get bursted before you even get your reset, right? But it does look like he does go for some solid trades so far. It's a grass Volibear to match the short trades from Fiora. The goal of this build is that he doesn't get outpoked, this rune setup as well, right? Is that he doesn't get like outpoked early on, and with dealing he gets to shove very easily. He goes for W's because basic trades are not the most practical, because usually they get outspaced and they get queued unless he can like commit with a Q. I'm scared to use Q at this point. He goes for another W, and now pay attention to one important thing on why he dodged the tower shot. So in here he goes for a W, but he's quite deep in lane. How is that even possible? So he trades with W, and because the tower shot was already mid-air shooting towards minion, this shot did go. Why is it so blurry though? It's a bit of a blur. I have to like completely reset it, or maybe that's how like this clip goes. Maybe that's how this part of the clip goes. But that's why he didn't get aggro. Then he got a nice grasp and empowered another empowered W. So that's how, like, well, you also have to be good, obviously. Even if you play on a good ping, you have to be good to react to like Fiora Qs with a certain ability and mentally primed. But the notable thing is that it's not that hard to do it. I guess it's not that easy to do it, but I'm just kind of like underrating it now. I would say, like, if you have like fairly good reaction times, you're mentally primed and you have good ping, it shouldn't be that hard, you know. It's mind games the whole thing, doesn't commit with his Q. He could man misclick on a minion actually, and that would bait Fiora's W, but oh well. So it does look like this is a heavy trade. Both of them play biscuits. Oh, and also spaces. By the way, he did commit with the W trade, but what was very well played from his part is that he walked downwards towards the wall, so she doesn't get this vital on her Q. That was pretty well played on his part. His spacing is even better than mine. It's just a different level of spacing. Maybe it's because I haven't played in a while. Played so well made me feel out of breath. Also a solid Q, but the QW trade is almost even actually. Mind games it. Does commit with an E, but I think VOLIBEAR is supposed to be that here. Let's see if he can outplay something. It does look like he gets the wave, which is like a nice thing. He does get the wave, so he didn't die actually like completely for nothing. He does run Bramble West anti-heal on VOLIBEAR. I remember back in the time people all the time rushed it. Does look like another gank. Okay. Not bad. So 2 kills so far, and she does have Tiamat, which does help Fiora a lot to actually like kind of like short trade and proc the vitals with more safety a little bit. So this engine, it does look like VOLIBEAR does commit with an IC. It was a nice little trade on his part. Once Fiora's W is on cooldown, you're allowed to queue in. Then you may have to predict if Fiora queues in a direction. Fury at max. But usually this is a bit more like VOLIBEAR favored of a matchup, but eventually you can outscale VOLIBEAR if he's not like super ahead. It's just the problem is at Navari point and rot point, like double rot, it does still beat you, so it just like, you have to go very late with the items actually. It's not really like a fast out skill. Reaction is way too fast, I can't win him. I can't win him. Doesn't bluff his Q, but does he win anything out of this? He kites backwards into his E, so he doesn't procs her whole thingy. He's not a scripter, he's Chovy. Yep. Does look like Chovy plays pretty well like melee champs as well on mid lane. So when he's out of field on top lane, he plays somewhat simple champs, I think, like VOLIBEAR, that you can kind of like play even if you're not like super good at top lane. But definitely even on mid lane, like he's still very good on melee champs. He's very good on melee champs. I mean, he's kind of good at everything to be honest. But VOLIBEAR, I never seen in my life him playing VOLIBEAR, but everyone does have like a secondary role, so I must assume now and then he does get filled on top lane, and he does get this type of matchups that he has to like out. Ooh, does look like it was a. Man, Chovy is getting in the top lane mindset. Perma fight, never ward, never respect the enemy jungle. Huh. This is what top lane does to an MFW. Does he get killed again? Nope, not this time. The top lane feels unfun to play against, though. Feels fun to play against, though. And we can see even at rot point, VOLIBEAR is fisting pretty hard because all of the stats are pretty good on from rot. And so the great thing is that with Bramble West, you get to like also start check Fiora even at Ravenous point. So as much as possible, Fiora doesn't procs her whole R here. And now I think this could be a 1v2. Well, actually a 2v2, but Graves will get a buff as well next patch on an adjustment. It's like really weird because they're buffing the flat damage but nerfing the percentage, which like these type of buffs are so cancer, I swear. Like they buff the early game a bit, which doesn't like helps a lot, but they nerf the scaling, which the champion has to scale. Like bro, what? I don't really like this type of changes that are buffs and a long term nerf. Because like Graves is also like not super good at closing out games, honestly. Like his pressure is not even that good, you know. And I mean his Q often doesn't hit both parts of it, and I just don't know. I don't like it when they buff and nerf something that's like dog shit, you know, and mainly needs to be buffed, you know, maybe in more than one way. Because I don't think so. Like, yes, like okay, I'm going a bit like off subject, but the champ does have problems. At this point he does have Navori on VOLIBEAR, so at this point he can just go absolute beast mode. His chase is too strong. He's actually the best stat checker in the game with these two items. And let's just say Bramble West, but often it's not a necessity. At this point I don't think so. Is there anything that can beat VOLIBEAR in an all-in? Maybe a Vayne that can kite with Ghost and R, maybe. Well, not many things I could see, like technically anything that he can touch with QW spam, E spam. Is supposed to back win all of those duels. I don't think so. There is like one thing that can beat him. Does he go Heartbreaker or what does he go third? He rushed his Stormmail. That's usually not a practical purchase, but much better Spirit Visage, you know, but do they not have enough AP or they have a lot of failure, huh? Still, I would rather run to insist because the slow is like very good as well, the anti-crit. And as far as I see, you know, like he does perform pretty well on Voli. Maybe we're gonna see VOLIBEAR mid lane. Huh? Against what exactly though would you pick VOLIBEAR with? Sylas maybe? Has to be like a melee mid. Otherwise it will not work super well. Fiora does have 3 items. At this point she's supposed to be a bit more scary, but It's a tiger volibear. It's interesting to give like tiger skins to like volibear and Rengar to make these tiger sound effects, and it's kind of cool. There's really no escape against red volibear, right? Yep. I don't know how come the quality is so bad on full 1080p, but footage seems a bit bad. You guys got it? I killed Chovy. This goes on Twitter, this goes on TikTok. I solo killed Chovy. Leash the dog. No matter how strong we can one-shot our Poppy. It's really hard to kill that Volibear build, honestly. Yeah, he needs to be CC'd, but also killed meantime he's CC'd, because otherwise he does heal shit ton, so it's pretty difficult to deal with, to be honest. And I think that Dance also could have like a place on that Volibear build, no? Black Cleaver, something? What does he build furthermore? Or do they not go? I think they don't go more of Event Spirit, Like, in my opinion, he could bang get randoms as well into like Spirit, but. Or Spirit after Bramble, but they should be fine. I don't think the game's pretty much over at this point. As no one that can deal with Chovy's volley. Don't know how to play anymore. Alright, GG, well played.